Eala Tjen move on to Abu Dhabi Open Women's Doubles Quarterfinals. Manila, Philippines. The duo of Eala and Eala Tjen punched their ticket to the quarterfinal round of the Abu Dhabi Open Women's Doubles after outlasting the pair of Leylah Fernandez and Kristina Mladenovic 7-5, 3-6, 10-6 early Wednesday morning, Manila time. The Indonesian Tjen and the Filipina Eala, two of the fastest rising stars in the world of tennis, needed an hour and 33 minutes to grab the victory against the Filipino-Canadian Fernandez, the world number 80 doubles player, and the world number 55 doubles player Mladenovic, formerly a number 1 doubles tennis star. The Filipino-Indonesian pair needed a tiebreak third set against the higher-ranked players, but they did what they had to do to bag the win. There, Eala and Tjen jumped to a 4-1 lead. Mladenovic and Fernandez, though, won the next 2 points after a double fault, 3-4, but the eventual winners took a 6-3 advantage. Their opponents then tied things up at 6-all, but Eala and Tjen pulled off all the necessary stops to stamp their ticket to the next round. The Filipina is currently ranked 136th in doubles action, while Tjen is rated 68th in the world. The two pairs were kept in a tight match right from the get-go, as they were kept in a 5-all deadlock in the first set. Eala and Tjen then seized the winning games to take a 1-0 set lead. In the second set, Fernandez and Mladenovic turned a 2-all tie to a 4-2 lead to keep their separation, while the Southeast Asian tennisters kept themselves within striking distance with a win in the seventh game, 3-4. They were blanked the rest of the way, setting the stage for the winner-take-all third set. The Eala Tjen twosome will be facing either the pair of Ukrainian twins Nadia Kichenok and Lyudmila Kichenok, or the second-seeded duo of Kristina Buxa and Shuai Zhong. Southeast Asian stars rising, the odyssey of Eala and Tjen at the Abu Dhabi Open. In the shimmering modern city of Abu Dhabi, where gleaming towers meet the endless desert and tennis dreams collide with fierce competition, a story unfolded that captured the hearts of fans across continents. This is not merely about a doubles match won at a WTA 500 event. This is about two young women, Alexandra Eala and Eala Tjen, uniting as a team, defying odds, and forging a defining moment in their tennis careers. In doing so, they elevated the hopes of an entire region, Southeast Asia. A stage set by ambition. On a crisp morning at the Zayed Sports City International Tennis Center, the atmosphere hummed with expectation. The Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open is one of the most prestigious stops on the WTA Tour outside the Grand Slams, a platform where elite players gather to etch their names into tennis history. The tournament is part of the WTA 500 series, signifying significant ranking points at stake, fierce competition, and global attention. Hey, a victory isn't just a win, it's a leap toward legacy. When Eala, the 20-year-old rising Filipino sensation, teamed up with Eala Tjen, a 23-year-old Indonesian standout, for the doubles draw, the pairing was immediately intriguing. They came into the match not as a predictable powerhouse, but as inspired underdogs united by shared ambition and regional pride. Their journey to the quarterfinals was as much about tennis as it was about identity and regional representation. Both women had been foes before they became partners. In a previous WTA 250 event in Sao Paulo, Tjen had beaten Eala decisively, a result that, rather than creating rivalry, planted seeds of mutual respect and untapped synergy. Their decision to join forces at Abu Dhabi was an embodiment of Southeast Asian cooperation, two players diverging from individual circuits to pursue a common goal. 2. The match that changed the narrative. Standing across the net were Leylah Fernandez and Kristina Mladenovic, formidable competition by any measurement. Fernandez, with her dynamic baseline play, combined with Mladenovic's seasoned doubles expertise, a former world number 1 in doubles, formed a pair that few would underestimate. They were higher ranked, more experienced, and, on paper, heavy favorites. Yet, on that day, rankings were just numbers. From the first serve to the last rally, Eala and Tjen crafted a performance defined by resolve and resilience. The opening set was a seesaw of momentum, governed by long rallies, strategic serves, and tactical net play. The Southeast Asian duo eventually claimed it 7-5. Despite losing the second set 3-6, they refused to let doubt break their rhythm. Their response was a super tiebreak, a heart-pounding climax where every point felt like a battle for identity, confidence, and destiny. When the scoreboard blinked 10-6 in their favor, the stadium erupted, not merely for the scoreline, but for what it symbolized, a triumph of courage over status and of unity over expectation. They had not only won, they had made a statement. 3. Beyond the scoreline, what this win means. To the casual observer, a doubles match at a WTA 500 may be just one among many. But for Southeast Asian tennis, this moment was seismic. Tjen and Eala's victory speaks to breaking boundaries, especially in a sport historically dominated by athletes from Europe, North America, and Australia. It celebrates the ascent of players from countries that have often struggled for tennis recognition on the world stage. Tennis, in many regions, remains a game of infrastructure, access, and exposure. Yet these two athletes are rewriting that narrative through performance and presence. For fans in the Philippines and Indonesia, their success is not merely personal. It represents validation, visibility, and inspiration. It tells young players that you belong among the best, and that tennis excellence isn't confined to traditional powerhouses. To these fans, every powerful forehand, strategic volley, and courageous point won by Eala and Tjen resonates far beyond the sidelines. On a broader scale, their achievement challenges stereotypes and expands perspectives. It encourages tennis federations in Southeast Asia to invest more in grassroots development, to support promising talents, and to believe that WTA-level success is not just possible but achievable. 4. The personal stories behind the partnership. Alexandra Eala has become one of the fastest rising stars in women's tennis. Known for her fierce ground strokes, sharp instincts, and competitive spirit, she has already carved notable achievements into her young career, including a historic semifinal run in the Miami Open and an impressive singles performance elsewhere on tour. Her doubles ranking also reflects her dedication across formats. Eala Tjen, meanwhile, brings her own blend of athleticism, tactical nuance, and fearless aggression. She has emerged as a formidable force on her own, breaking into higher rankings and establishing herself as a fierce competitor. Their collaboration at Abu Dhabi was not a merger of equals but a synergy of strengths, each compensating for what the other momentarily lacks, and amplifying their shared potential. The chemistry between them was apparent in how they communicated, subtle signals at the net, strategic positioning during rallies, and mutual encouragement after every key point. What began as a tactical decision, pairing two talented players, blossomed into a cohesive unit pushing beyond individual boundaries.